Something is moving in the depths of space, and it's coming toward us. At first, it's just a distortion, a ripple in the fabric of the cosmos, invisible to the naked eye. But then, the evidence becomes undeniable. Telescopes across the world detect a shift in the stars, as if something massive is bending the light itself. Scientists scramble to make sense of it. And then the terrifying truth emerges. Earth is on a slow but inevitable collision course with a supermassive black hole. Imagine you're standing outside on a quiet night, gazing up at the sky. Everything seems normal. The stars twinkle, the moon casts its soft glow, and the universe appears as vast and unchanging as ever. But what if, hidden among the constellations, there was a force so powerful, so inescapable, that nothing, not even light, could resist it? A force capable of warping time, crushing planets, and stretching reality itself. What if that force was coming for us? At first, the changes are subtle. Astronomers notice strange distortions in the orbits of distant objects. The outer planets begin to drift ever so slightly. Space agencies issue vague statements about anomalies in deep space, but soon the warnings become urgent. A black hole millions of times the mass of our sun is moving through the galaxy, and we are in its path. What happens next defies comprehension. The very fabric of reality begins to twist. Gravity itself starts to play tricks on us, and the closer we get, the stranger things become. Time slows, the sky bends, and Earth is drawn into the jaws of the ultimate cosmic predator. But what would that actually feel like? What would happen to our planet? To us? Could we escape? Or is this the end of everything we know? The answers lie ahead, but they may not be what you expect. It started with a whisper from the cosmos, a faint distortion in the light of distant stars. At first, it was dismissed as an instrument error, a mere glitch in the data. But as days turned into weeks and telescopes around the world reported the same anomaly, a chilling realization took hold. Something enormous was lurking in the void, bending space itself, and it was moving. At the heart of this mystery was a team of astronomers scanning deep space for gravitational waves, ripples in space-time caused by the most violent events in the universe. One night, while analyzing data from a powerful radio telescope, they noticed something unusual. A cluster of stars in a distant region of the Milky Way seemed to shift ever so slightly, as if dragged by an invisible force. It was subtle, barely perceptible, but it didn't match any known patterns. Then came the missing light. Certain stars, ones that had been cataloged for decades, vanished from sight. No explosion, no fading, just gone. As if something had swallowed them whole. Alarmed, scientists turned their attention to the surrounding space, scanning for clues. That's when they found it. A void, darker than anything they had ever seen, moving against the backdrop of the galaxy. Speculation ran wild. Could it be a rogue planet, a cluster of dark matter, or something even stranger? But then, as calculations became more precise, the truth emerged. It wasn't just a void. It was a supermassive black hole, millions of times the mass of our sun, drifting through the galaxy like a silent predator, and its trajectory was heading straight for us. News of the discovery spread like wildfire. The scientific community was divided. Some believed it was still too distant to pose a threat, that its gravitational influence would barely reach our solar system. Others weren't so sure. If the black hole was moving fast enough, if its sheer mass was enough to disrupt the delicate balance of our cosmic neighborhood, Earth's fate could already be sealed. Then came the next revelation, one that sent shockwaves through the world. A team of astrophysicists using advanced simulations discovered something terrifying. The black hole wasn't just passing by, it was pulling us in. But what they found next was even more unsettling. Panic and fascination spread in equal measure. News channels filled with debates between experts, some insisting the black hole would pass by harmlessly, others warning of catastrophic consequences. But no one could deny the numbers. The gravitational pull was real, and its influence on our solar system was growing stronger. The question was no longer if the black hole was coming, but how close it would get. As scientists raced to analyze the data, they stumbled upon something chilling. This wasn't the first time such an event had occurred. Deep within the geological records of Earth, they found evidence of past mass extinctions that defied explanation. Sudden shifts in climate, bizarre disruptions in the planet's orbit, and radiation spikes that suggested something had once disturbed the very balance of our world. Could it be that Earth had encountered a rogue black hole before? And if so, had we simply been lucky to survive? Astronomers turned their attention to the stars, searching for clues hidden in the vastness of space. They found trails of destruction, ancient star systems torn apart, their planets stripped of atmosphere, left as cold, lifeless husks. Some black holes lurked quietly at the centers of galaxies, but others drifted like cosmic wanderers with no allegiance to any star system. What if ours was about to become their next casualty? But then, a new and even more unsettling theory emerged. Some astrophysicists suggested that if this black hole had been traveling through intergalactic space for millions of years, it might not be alone. It could have an entire system of planets trapped in its gravitational grip, a dark solar system hidden from view, orbiting the abyss. And if that were true, it meant something else could be coming with it. Was Earth about to collide not just with a black hole, but with an entire hidden world? And if so, what was waiting for us in the darkness? Then, the final piece of the puzzle fell into place. As astronomers refined their calculations, a terrifying realization emerged. Earth wasn't just drifting toward the black hole. The entire solar system was being pulled into its gravitational influence. The orbits of Neptune and Uranus had already begun to wobble, an imperceptible shift that only the most advanced instruments could detect. But in time, that shift would grow, accelerating our descent into the abyss. The sheer scale of the revelation sent shockwaves across the scientific community. This wasn't just a planetary catastrophe. It was a rewriting of everything we thought we knew about cosmic stability. We had always believed the solar system was a closed, predictable system, a clockwork dance of planets around the sun. But now, the very foundation of that belief was crumbling. Gravity wasn't just a force keeping us tethered to our star, it was a predator, an unseen hand that could reshape reality itself. As the data poured in, another stunning revelation surfaced. If the black hole was truly on a collision course with us, the consequences would be far more devastating than anyone had imagined. Time itself would distort as we neared the event horizon. To an outside observer, Earth's final moments would appear to stretch into eternity, frozen in a gravitational nightmare. But for those on the surface, time would continue normally, until in an instant, everything was ripped apart. But perhaps the most haunting realization of all was not what would happen to Earth, but what it meant for the universe. If rogue black holes like this one were drifting undetected through the galaxy, how many other worlds had already met this fate? Were entire civilizations swallowed in silence, their histories erased in an instant? Could this be the final answer? To Fermi's paradox, the reason we find no signs of intelligent life? The universe, vast and mysterious, had always felt like a place of endless possibilities. But now, for the first time, it felt like something else, a hunting ground. And we were its next prey, and so the question remains, not if, but when. If a rogue black hole is truly drifting toward us, then our fate is already sealed. It could take centuries, millennia, or even longer, but the laws of physics are inescapable. Earth, our solar system, everything we know, slowly, inevitably, will be drawn into the darkness. But perhaps the true revelation is not our doom, but our place in the cosmos. This discovery forces us to confront a universe that is far more chaotic, more violent, and more unpredictable than we ever imagined. It reminds us that despite all our progress, all our understanding, we are still at the mercy of forces far beyond our control. And yet, that same mystery is what drives us forward. If we can predict the movement of a black hole, If we can understand its power, then perhaps one day we can escape it. Maybe this is the ultimate test of our species, whether we remain bound to our home, waiting for the universe to decide our fate, or whether we venture beyond, finding new worlds, new futures, new possibilities. Because if rogue black holes are out there, lurking unseen in the void, what else might be waiting for us? The universe is vast, beautiful, terrifying. And for now, we are still here, still watching, still searching for answers. But one day, the darkness will come. The only question is, will we be ready?